Have you ever felt an odd itch and wondered if it could mean something more? As we get older, we often dismiss small issues like dry skin or irritation as just part of aging. But what if that itch you've been ignoring is actually your body's early warning signal? In this video, we'll explore 5 specific areas on the body where itching might indicate something deeper, even your heart trying to get your attention. That's right. Itchy spots can sometimes be early signs of cardiovascular issues, particularly for those of us over 60. If you've ever had unexplained itching on your chest, arm, or even your palms, stay tuned. These signs are often overlooked as minor annoyances, but they could be pointing to something far more serious. We'll walk through the 5 key itchy areas that doctors and researchers are beginning to link with early heart symptoms in older adults. Some of these may surprise you, and the best part is that recognizing them could give you the chance to take action before something major happens. So, don't go anywhere. Stay with me until the end. You might recognize one of these signs in yourself or someone you care about. That awareness could change everything. Number 1. Itching on the upper chest. One of the most overlooked signs of heart trouble is an unexplained itch on the upper chest. It may seem like nothing more than skin irritation or a reaction to laundry detergent, but when it lingers for days or appears without a visible rash, it could be your body waving a red flag. For seniors, especially those over 60, paying close attention to sensations in the chest, including itching, can offer early clues to underlying heart strain. This type of itching often appears just above the sternum and may spread to the shoulders or upper back. Unlike a typical rash or seasonal dryness, it doesn't always respond to lotions or over-the-counter remedies. What makes this so important is that this region lies directly above the heart and major arteries. If blood flow is reduced or arteries are inflamed, the surrounding nerves may detect that imbalance and signal it through surface sensations like itching. It might sound unusual, but the nervous system often sends signals to the skin before you feel anything deeper. For many older adults, the first signs of heart trouble aren't the dramatic chest pains we see in movies. They're subtle, vague symptoms like fatigue, shortness of breath, or even a persistent itch. When you've lived 60 or 70 years, you know what feels normal and what doesn't. So, when an unexplained itch shows up in the middle of your chest and doesn't seem tied to anything external, take note. That simple act of awareness could make a life-saving difference. Your skin can be the first place your heart sends signals when something isn't quite right. If it's paired with tightness, shortness of breath, or fatigue, it's worth having a conversation with your doctor. Don't brush it off as just another part of aging. You've earned the right to take your health seriously. Sometimes it starts with noticing something as small as an itch. Number 2. Left arm or shoulder. Itching. When itching shows up on the left arm or shoulder, especially without a rash or irritation, it could mean more than dry skin or a bug bite. It may be a subtle sign that your heart is under stress. Most people know that the left arm is associated with heart attack symptoms, but few realize these signals can start as something as simple as a persistent itch. The left arm, particularly near the shoulder, shares nerve pathways with the heart. When your heart is in distress, your body can misinterpret those signals and express them as tingling, numbness, or even itching. This phenomenon is known as referred sensation. Of course, not every itch on your shoulder is cause for alarm, but if the itch is persistent, or it appears along with vague symptoms like fatigue, dizziness, or a general feeling of being off, it's worth paying attention, especially if it shows up during physical activity or stress. Sandra, a 68-year-old woman, experienced an odd itch on the back of her left shoulder. It wasn't red, it didn't flake, and creams didn't help. She dismissed it as a pinched nerve or the way she was sleeping. Weeks later, while gardening, she felt dizzy and short of breath. A checkup revealed she had narrowed arteries and had already suffered a silent heart attack. That itch had been the first warning. Heart symptoms in older adults, particularly women, can be subtle. The itching might come and go or feel like a deep internal irritation. Some describe it as a tingly discomfort or a constant need to rub the area even when nothing is visible. So, the next time your left shoulder itches for no reason, take a moment. Consider your other symptoms, stress levels, and medical history. That itch might be the only warning you get before something serious happens. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your support helps us create content that informs and inspires. Number 3. Itchy jaw or neck. An itch along the jawline or lower neck might seem harmless. We often blame it on dry skin, a new soap, or a stray hair. But if this itching persists, or shows up unexpectedly, especially after age 60, it could be a sign your body is trying to tell you something more serious. The neck and jaw are packed with sensitive nerves, many of which connect to your chest and cardiovascular system. When your heart experiences stress or reduced blood flow, your body can misinterpret those internal signals and reflect them as surface irritation. This is another example of referred sensation. For older adults, nerve miscommunication like this is more common than most people think. With age, the nerves around your heart and upper body become more reactive to changes in blood flow or inflammation, often producing subtle signals like itching. This itching can sometimes be paired with mild throat tightness, a sudden urge to clear your throat, or discomfort when turning your head. Some people notice it flares during stress, after exercise, or late at night. Walter, a 77-year-old retired truck driver, told his cardiologist about an itch just below his left ear that kept him awake at night. His skin looked perfectly normal, and his wife blamed their laundry detergent. But during a routine heart check, doctors found restricted blood flow near his carotid artery. That itch had been one of the first clues. The key takeaway: your body often whispers before it shouts. If an itch on your jaw or neck doesn't go away with lotion or antihistamines, start paying closer attention. Track how often it happens, how long it lasts, and any other sensations you feel. Then bring it up with your doctor. That small detail could lead to a life-saving diagnosis. Number 4. Itching on the palms or soles. When we think of heart health, the last place we consider is the skin on our hands or feet. Yet persistent itching on the palms or soles with no rash, dryness, or obvious irritation can sometimes be linked to circulatory or cardiovascular problems. Why is this area so important? The palms and soles are loaded with nerve endings and blood vessels. If blood flow becomes restricted or if the heart is under strain, these extremities can be among the first places where warning signs appear. In some cases, that warning takes the form of an unexplained itch. For seniors, this type of itching is often mistaken for neuropathy, a side effect of medication, or even seasonal dryness. But if the itch doesn't improve with moisturizers or persists for weeks, it's worth a closer look. Think of it like this: your heart works hardest to send blood to your furthest points, your hands and feet. If circulation is compromised, the nerves in these areas might signal that something isn't quite right. Some people report the sensation as a tingling or a deep, internal itch that scratching doesn't relieve. Margaret, age 72, ignored her itchy palms for months. She assumed it was just dry skin, but after a routine checkup, doctors discovered that her heart wasn't pumping blood efficiently due to early-stage heart failure. That persistent itch had been her body's cry for attention. So, if you notice constant itching on your palms or soles, especially if you also experience cold hands, swelling, or fatigue, don't dismiss it. Your body could be telling you something about your circulation and heart health. Number 5. Scalp or behind the ear itching. Scalp itching is often blamed on dandruff or dryness, but when it persists without flakes, irritation, or any visible cause, it may be connected to nerve signaling issues which can, in rare cases, hint at heart problems. Behind the ears and along the scalp are clusters of blood vessels and nerve pathways linked to the upper body and neck. When these nerves detect changes in circulation or inflammation, they sometimes express it as itching instead of pain. For older adults, especially those with a history of high blood pressure or cholesterol, these subtle nerve signals are worth paying attention to. Some studies have shown that early heart stress can manifest in unusual ways, including scalp sensitivity or unexplained itching around the ears. Take the example of Harold, a 70-year-old who kept scratching behind his right ear for weeks. He thought it was a skin reaction or allergies. But when he finally mentioned it to his doctor, along with occasional dizziness, a heart test revealed significant arterial blockage. Of course, not every itch on your head is a heart problem. But when you combine it with other warning signs, like fatigue, mild chest tightness, or shortness of breath, it becomes a piece of the puzzle you shouldn't ignore. Final thoughts: it's easy to brush off itching as just a skin issue, but our bodies are far more connected than we often realize. For seniors, especially those over 60, seemingly small signs like persistent itching can sometimes be early whispers of something deeper, including heart problems. The key is to pay attention to your body's patterns. Does the itch come and go without a clear reason? Does it linger in the same spot for days or weeks? Is it paired with subtle symptoms like fatigue, dizziness, or shortness of breath? If so, it's worth discussing with your doctor. You know your body better than anyone else. Trust that instinct when something feels off, even if it seems minor. It might be nothing, but it might also be the clue that prevents something far more serious. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with someone who might need this information. And let me know in the comments, have you ever noticed an itch in one of these 5 spots? Your story might help someone else take their symptoms seriously. Stay healthy, stay aware, and as always, take care of your heart.